End Food Waste Australia has launched a groundbreaking evidence-based national movement to end food waste.
Most people don't like food waste and are offended by the idea of food waste, but most people also don't know just how much food they waste themselves, and in many cases think they actually do better than they do.
Behavioural science and research to drive real change in Australian households is at the core of the Great Unwaste movement. The campaign, led by End Food Waste Australia, is designed to inspire and empower Australian households to reduce their food waste. It aims to be a national rallying cry, another slip, slop, slap moment, encouraging the nation to unite behind a common cause to end household food waste.
The goal of the Great Unwaste is to reduce household food waste by at least 20% by 2030. That's a huge goal, but we can do it. That's the way in which we can help the people, we can help the planet, and we impact an entire nation.
Uniting government, retailers, consumers, and key stakeholders, the campaign is built on years of research across the entire food chain and Australian households. It partners with the food and grocery sector to engage consumers at moments that matter.
We're here to collaborate with all of industry, not-for-profits, all levels of government, to make a real impact.
The campaign delivers evidence-backed strategies based on best practice in behavioural science to assist and support the nation. Francesca Goodman-Smith is the Acting Research Development and Extension Director.
Building a robust evidence base gives us deep insights into what's happening in our households around food waste behaviours. This means that we can encourage the right behaviours to help reduce food waste in these households.
The campaign focuses on 7 behaviours that everyone can do and are easy to achieve with messaging that is highly relatable. This is where creative agency Hopeful Monsters comes in. They've been tasked with developing relatable, easy-to-understand messaging to help Australian households.
It is probably one of the hardest things that I've worked on in terms of how do you try and distill all of that complex information down into sort of everyday language. I think sometimes it's about maybe drawing a bit of a line between the research and what the science says, and then how do we have to communicate this to everyday people so that it resonates.
The start is to unwaste. The term was coined to describe the opposite of waste and to become synonymous with food waste avoidance. It's a term that seems to resonate with people.
There is this massive attitude to intention gap. So you stop people on the street and you go, what do you think about the environment, food waste, fast fashion, whatever it might be? The majority of people are very socially conscious of that sort of stuff. But when it goes through to their actually everyday behaviour, we all have our lives, we're all busy.
For behavioural scientist Mark Boulay, success requires national buy-in to the concept of unwasting.
Yeah, a lot of campaigns do focus on telling people how big and bad the problem is, and that both normalises the problem but can also make people feel quite disempowered. What can I do? What we want to do is normalise the solutions and show how everyone is engaging on this journey of reducing food waste.
The Great Unwaste will collaborate with a variety of stakeholders. In a world of increasing food insecurity and costs, the campaign aims to turn food waste around by showing how small changes at home can make a big difference.
The success of the Great Unwaste lies in its longevity in market. To see it become the next slip, slop, slap, to make food waste avoidance as relatable as it is sun protection or not littering, that would be success.